whenever you do go a little rogue on broadcast, because I'm usually watching the stream, and so I see the chat, they start moving. What the hell is Miles fucking talking about? Or Maven was talking about nutting the other day on stream.
Nutting in holes.
And, I was
Clint's having a real good run in BO6.
I was like, what the fuck? Well, the chat is just like question marks and stuff.
Hey, yo. Yeah.
Do you guys ever have a chat up? Do you guys ever? You don't treat it as a stream.
The chat can't be up.
Yeah.
The chat, I think I've put the chat up a few times when it was like either a charity thing, or if I'm driving, if I'm running the full broadcast, then I kind of see chat.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant driving a car. I was like, you can't be reading chat while you're driving a car.
Yeah, if I'm taking my child and my dog somewhere at high speed, without seatbelts on, then I've got the chat open. Thanks for the gifted. But no, I think as a general rule of thumb, for any commentator ever, just do not have the chat up, because the chat is going to say something that's going to throw you off.
Right.
The chat's going to say, who shaved that monkey? I'm like, they're talking about me. I'm like, okay. And now I'm thinking, I'm like, oh no.
Oh no. Maybe. Yeah, I get that. I get that.
But I think professionally you just shouldn't. But
I think it's like a streamer brain. You say the crazy thing to see the reaction.
Yeah.
But you're saying the crazy thing, I guess, imagining.
We do have to do it in an echo chamber, where it's just me and him, and then the game, and we know they're listening.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, no, did it? And then just move right on.
Move
right on, keep rolling. And I think there's, I've described my work as, I want to be like a Pixar movie. I want to be just like a Pixar movie. I am for the kids. It's loud, it's fun, it's colorful, it's exciting, whatever. But for the adults who are listening, there is some seriously powerful dick jokes in there. Like, we're talking grade A, veiny. Yeah. But like, for the folks who are really listening and like, what did he just say? Like, that is
like, don't worry about it.
That's the sort of thing that I professionally strive towards.
I like that. I like that.
Did he? No, he didn't. Rewind's like, did
he? Yeah.
How did he say that? Did no one catch that?
Do you think that happens in other esports? Because it seems like other esports are a little. I've always viewed us console kids, Halo COD gears.
Yeah.
I viewed us as more of like they can just kind of do whatever.
Yeah.
But
we were in t-shirts and shit on broadcast. Yes.
Yes. I don't think I'd see a Dota caster be like, oh, and he hit the backside hard, thrust it in there.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. I don't know. Maybe they do. Again, and this is because now I watch more esports nowadays, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, I think the first thing, finding my own voice is another thing you got to do as a commentator and as a performer in any regard. You find your voice that's really authentic and real to you, because you have to do this all fucking day.
Right.
Day on day on day on. And you've got to keep it fresh, you've got to keep it real. And the best way to do that is to be authentic, to be yourself, or at least a version of yourself. So I was like, well, what do I love? I like pop culture and shit. So I'm going to make that a part of my...
Yeah.
I'm going to continually reinvent material based on what's going on right now in the news or in TV or whatever. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to, for better or for worse, and there have been some betters and there's definitely been some worses.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep using that as constant ammunition to stay fresh and stay, intellectually sound and relevant or whatever. I remember like the very first thing I ever did that like caused a bit of a stir was around the time The Force Awakens came out. And some dude in a Halo match dropped dead, and I was like, oof, went down faster than Han Solo in Force Awakens. It was something like that. And the movie had been out for like a week.
Oh, that's cruel.
That's a little cruel. It was like I think it had come out on Monday, and it was like Thursday. It was a Saturday match or some shit. And I was like, that's on the nose. And chat was like, you mother. Chat was not with it. I got a lot of tweets. But it created a stir. And some people were like, low key though, they did die in the same way.
Yeah.
So I see it. But other folks were like, you are a monstrous piece of shit.
So whenever somebody does go too far, which is almost always you or Maven, who taps your shoulder and says, hey, let's reel it back a little bit?
We're getting better at it. Normally we can go, don't say that. But if someone has to, it's been a series. We've had a series of bosses.
Yeah.
And we've chewed through them all.
The last one standing.
There's only one who's left now. Yeah, she won't last long. You'll be fine. He's watching.
So funny.
No, but everyone who's worked with us is at some point we've had a tap. I did get a couple of emails. I got two phone calls during COVID back to back. I do remember why I got them. We won't need the next beer for that, but you get a tap.
Yeah, you get a tap.
And you get good advice usually. You get good advice from someone who's been in the industry or been in esports for a while, and they're like, hey man, it's not just about you, and I know you're making everyone laugh, but also you're representing a lot of people. You're representing a lot of jobs. You're representing a brand. You're representing a game.
A whole game.
And if you really do mess this up, you can affect their employment.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, that's terrible. Because imagine if, it's happened in spaces whereby you get quote unquote cancelled. and the league loses people because you said something insane on broadcast because you were trying to get someone up.
Because you were trying to.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of sponsors vanish all of a sudden. It's like, well, we're in trouble now.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen that happen. Not necessarily to us, but I've seen it happen.
I think there's a big. I think people kind of saying what I was saying about Smash is they put so much emphasis on their commentators, but it seems like in COD, like obviously we appreciate our commentators, we appreciate the desk,
God bless you,
a lot, but I don't think that the fans really understand how necessary, like how important, you know, broadcast is, because like you said, like depending on how good and how bad the commentators are and how appropriate and how inappropriate, it completely affects the entire league.
Yeah.
It affects the sponsors because you guys are doing the ad reads. You guys are basically the on-air, the streamers of a stream.
That is a big company.
And then the game is the players playing the game.
Yeah.
And it's wild. I mean, I've always viewed it that way.